morning. This is Wicked Kind Yoga, and I'm Paris. This is Harley. And this morning I'd like to talk to you about a couple of concepts, or a concept and a practice that are dear to my heart, and things that I thought might be helpful for someone today. We normally do a 7 o'clock practice. This is a different kind of practice. I just like to, I guess with things that are going on in our world, I consider the idea of where is my place in this world and what do I do and how do I use my skills and how do I use my beliefs in order to bring the changes that I would like to see. And I like to think of yoga more than just a way of practicing asana or physical postures, and more than just breath, and really get into the place of how does it make me feel and how can I use this platform as a place to bring about a revolution of kindness, a conscious awareness of the way that we treat each other, the animals, our planet, everything. A overhaul, if you will, of just in general our attitude towards one another and even towards ourselves. So that idea I wanted to bring to you, first of all, the concept of Mudita, which is a Buddhist concept of, it's sometimes translated literally as sympathetic joy. And what that means is if your neighbor gets a new car because he is happy, you are happy. We don't think of things in the concept of if someone has more, we have less. So in the practice of Mudita, we think, how are we as a whole? How are we always? How are we? When you meet someone, how are we? Because we are all one. We are all the same. We all operate on the same planet, and usually for the same reasons, right? We all want the best for our family. We all want to be happy. We all want to be seen. Everybody's searching for these same things. So if you operate from this place of how are we, maybe that will what's the word I'm looking for? Soften your outlook a little bit. And then going along with that concept, the practice of Tonglen. Tonglen is a breathing practice, translated as giving and taking. And I know a lot of times in breathing, or we think of breathing practices as breathing in the good and breathing out the bad. But in Tonglen practice, you breathe in the bad, the suffering, the sickness, the hate. You breathe it in and you exhale out the good, the healing, the love, the kindness. And so back to that concept of mudita and how are we, not only do humans operate all together, but if you think about it, the oxygen that we breathe out, the trees breathe in and recycle for us and turn it back out into something that nourishes our body. So in Tonglen breathing, you can use that same concept within yourself. You are the tree in this case. You breathe in the suffering of others and you breathe out healing and peace. You can breathe through your nose or through your mouth if you prefer. I like nose breathing in general. It's nice and calm. It usually creates a little bit of an audible breath that you can follow and meditate with. Also, I like to set a timer. I know we can't always stay for an hour, but if you set a timer for 7 minutes and you sit 7 minutes in silence and practice Tonglen breathing, breathing in the sickness, breathing out health. You breathe in all of the negativity in the world and you recycle it in your own heart and your own soul, and you breathe back out the kindness and the love. And I strongly believe that we have the power to change the world with our thoughts and our intentions and the way that we treat each other. So that is my 2 cents for you today, that maybe you take into consideration this idea of mudita and how are we today. We today are not great. If you look at what's going on in the news, if you look at the way that people are treating each other, and not just today, for hundreds of years, and not just in America, all over the world, we are not great. So how do we get better? One of those ways that we get better is in taking the suffering of others and seeing what we can do about it. And maybe it starts with your breath, with this Tonglen breathing, this breathing in and breathing out. And I do believe that we have the power to heal using these concepts and using these practices. I also wanted to share with you, I always pull a card for today, for the day. Every morning I pull a card from my goddess deck for guidance throughout the day. And today, I'm not sure how to say her name, actually. Let me look it up. I don't know everything, surprisingly. Her name is pronounced Isho. Isho. She's a Mayan moon goddess. And I just pulled this card before I started this video, so she's a medicine woman. Medicine woman. And what the card says is, you are a channel for divine healing power. You are a channel for divine healing power. Not just me, not because I pulled this card. You are a channel for divine healing power. We all are. So what does that mean for you? How can you use that divine healing power to change the world? Those are my thoughts for the day. Please stop biting me. Thank you. Those are my thoughts for the day. Maybe you give it a try. I'm going to replay this video here on Facebook for anybody that's popping in now. And I'm also going to put it on Instagram. And if you would like to share it, please do so. If we could get everyone in the world, or everyone that we know, practicing these concepts of how are we and how do we help each other, even through simple breathing and mindfulness, I think that's a step in the right direction. Thank you for watching. Have a fabulous day.